we still exist, and that's a fun thing. We are the Dice Jailers. This is our continuing campaign. I'm your DM, Bjorn Anders, and I forgot the various shit we need to say, but I bet Jordan knows.
Yeah, I do.
We're playing Pictionary?
You know, sure
Pictionary, to quote my favorite comedian, Greg Barrett, Pictionary really should just be called, Here's What I Would Have Drawn, because it is a horrible game that just starts arguments, and I don't like it.
But the things that we usually say are that we are the Dice Jailers. We do the show on Twitch on Fridays at 6 p.m., and then the episodes are uploaded, usually, as long as I remember, on YouTube by noon the following Monday. We love to shout out our friends that do their shows. Save the D8, No Latency, The Ugly Radio, which I did their show a while ago, and it was very, very fun. By the time you're seeing this, there will be plenty of time to see the next show that I'm doing at Annex Theater, Battle Crow Radio. Killian Conway Blanchard, who's written a number of pieces for Ugly Radio and other shows around Seattle. That's happening. We open Friday the 13th, which is very fun. So yeah. Let's see. Also, by Dice from Whitney, our friend at Smoking Glue Guns. And the music that you will hear is brought to you by Sirenscape. They're a lovely, lovely company that has a lot of great not only D&D music, but other TTRPGs as well, that they allow you to use on your stream as long as you mention that you're using them. I think that's everything, all wrapped up tight in a little bow. What, did Jamie just crit?
We'll find out.
Yes, we will, because now we get to the Jamie announcement.
Oh, hi. I don't remember anything that I'm supposed to say right now. It's written on the screen, the place that you're supposed to go to. It is, oh god. Ko-fi. Ko-fi.com/Dice Jailers. We are still, any funds that are raised right now, I should probably tell you what Ko-fi is, huh? You can send us actual human monies, to pay us for doing this well-oiled machine. And the monies right now would be used for creating custom character portraits for all of us, which would be really cool. So if you feel so inclined, you can go to the thing on the side of the screen that Jordan is going to point at for me, because I never remember. Thank you. It's my lovely assistant, showcase model Jordan. Ko-fi.com/Dice Jailers. Thank you very much for your attention, and money, please.
You just remembered that very quickly. That was glorious.
Normally I vamp something funny, and this time I was just like, no, I got nothing.
I'm all for it. So let us dive back into our story. Let's see, music for that. Okay, wrong one.
Wow. No, how dare you?
We just got out of a fight. No!
I've forgotten I had my mouse.
Fill the darkness.
I've forgotten I had my mouse hovering over that one.
Yeah, that was an accident.
That was not what I actually wanted. There we go. So you all are currently in the town of Berryhaven. You convinced Garnet to let you guys stay there for a night because you really wanted to experience all the berry awesomeness they had, but you are currently on your way to Tinkerborough because Garnet has been given a job, a trial, if you will, by two of the most notorious thieves in the Western Realms to try and potentially join their ranks, and even further on top of that, possibly become a business contact with them. You have to go to a blacksmith by the name of Halric Cinderbrook at the Glimmering Forge in Tinkerborough to get some items to be delivered to the capital city of Gizmopolis. The wrinkle is there'll be another group trying to thwart you. Some old acquaintances of yours known as the Low Elves, as they will be your challenge on this, and you have been specifically told no killing. It is completely forbidden in this, as you are to attempt to outsmart each other. But while in Berryhaven, it's not like you guys didn't find things to do. You went to a magic shop known as the Curly Boots, where a gnomish woman by the name of Vensa was quite high-strung and informed that the owner, Raladan Eldea, had been drawn into a book, this book titled Breaking the Moon. You went into the book to extract him and encountered a half-orc mage by the name of Thurudar. Battle ensued. Thurudar decided he did not like his odds, and he bamped out of there. You guys got Ralodan out of the book. He informed you that a trio of adventurers from the southwestern nation of Eyjafjall sold this to him, and that he didn't think to ask a name, but they would likely be back by if they found anything else interesting. They're currently off to the western side of the Whispering Wood, possibly going to Coven Cradle. He said the leader of the group, she had flaming red hair, left side shaved, had an ornate tattoo of 3 braids woven, and some just very vibrant armor and an ornate rapier. That is what you all know as you stand here in the magic shop, and Mannix has plans tonight to go to the Horseshoe Vineyard to see a group of local performers perform the Maelstrom. But that's where we pick up, right here in the magic shop, I believe, as the dust has settled and you all are catching your breath.
What time of day is it?
If I'm right, it was afternoon getting on towards evening.
That makes sense. We've got to head to the theater.
I tell them, put your hands up, this is a strawberry.
Make a performance check.
A performance check, you say?
Yeah, we're gonna see how good this joke. We're gonna see how well this joke lands.
Hopefully better than it did with this group. That's a nat 2023.
Jesus Christ!
First roll back. We haven't played in a month, and the first thing is a nat 20 on that joke. First, give yourself inspiration because you rolled a nat 20 on that joke.
Gods.
I literally just got it. It's
Strawberry.
Robert, I get it. It's just bad.
It took a second to click with me because I was between a couple different things. I was like, that's great.
Monster. Absolute monster.
I'm so happy right now. So,
Roll psychic damage.
no, you're not. Well, if you want to, you can. I have no problem with that.
You gotta draw the line somewhere.
No, just for me personally.
Vensa, the assistant who works here, she's just please tell me you're actually joking, right? And
Pull a
Raladan,
strawberry out of my backpack. No, this is actually a strawberry.
yes, oh, very good. Yeah, that's a good thought. I could probably use something to eat. I'm a bit famished again. I thank you kindly for getting me out of there, and I'm going to go lie down.
One thing, before we go, that scroll that I just purchased by saving your life.
Yes.
If you think up a way to make that more permanent, let me know.
More permanent.
It's basically I just need it to last longer than, like, what is it, a minute, I think, long is the regular use of the spell. Just so it's easier to transport.
What is your overall goal? And perhaps I may have something in my inventory that might better suit you.
The idea was a little cantrip that my mentor used to do to help teach me, and he would basically just show me through his point of view what the spell was supposed to be like using encode thoughts. I just need to give someone a memory.
One of your own or an artificial one?
One of my own. It needs to be it needs to be above reproach that this is untampered with and true.
Really just trying to give somebody a peach of his mind.
Are peaches berries? Huh.
Stone fruit. People like to put the cherry in the berry family, so I suppose there are those who could see the similar... I'm getting off topic here. So you're wishing to take your own memory and implant it in someone's head, but make it unquestioned that it is yours.
I mean, if not, the spell as is does fine, but
No.
it could be better.
This is interesting, and I'm currently very stressed from having a very angry wizard threatening my life, and the best use of stress is to create. I can do this. I will do this. I will need the evening, and I believe I can have it ready for you by the morning, if that is acceptable. I won't charge you for my time, just for materials, if that is acceptable.
How much?
Let's see here. If I'm spending tonight to make it, you'd only be able to use it once in a day. It would need time to recharge itself. But I could create for you a circlet that you could force a memory into the mind of someone. They would potentially be able to resist it, of course, but there's every chance you could do this. For this, I would say, for the jewels and the dust, the platinum I would need for the band, about 250 gold.
Done.
I will make this for you. You will have to be somewhat close to the individual you wish to use this on. I think any further than about 60 feet, and you would have great difficulty implanting this memory.
That won't be a problem.
You would have to also focus on it briefly, and only for a few seconds, but it would have to be your entire focus for that moment in time.
Again, that probably won't be a problem.
Then consider it done. I will happily burn the midnight oil, as few things relax me more than working.
Well, sorry I dragged everybody into a book, but this is going to help me a lot.
Siobhan is staring into the middle distance in the look that you have all come to realize is her talking to her quarry in her head. And suddenly she is going to, suddenly she's, oh, bugger me, and like pulls her pack off and starts digging through it and pulls out a journal that she's flipping through rapidly. What was the name of that half-orc wizard bloke that we just fought?
Ralodan will look over it. Said he called himself Thurudar.
He's the one that did the spell that... Am I echoing, or is that... Oh, okay. Oh, bugger me. He's the one that I turned to... I don't remember who the hell was with me all this time ago when we went to the... when we went to, like, archives and got jumped by people, but whoever that was, who Siobhan has not forgotten, he's like...
Oh, with Sordal back at the Capitol?
Yes, it's the name of the wizard who was discovered the plateau where the reservoir where I'm from. That was the name, and we suspect he might also have been the one to, let's see, we're wondering if he's also the one who just found the one in Shimmerstone as well. Oh, bother. I wanted to look for him. I wanted...
We're underlining that name on the murder list.
No, I wanted to question him. I wanted to know what... He's one of the ones who could prove that what happened. Prove that he found the place, knew that there were people there, and not just, the God's divine will. I entertained a fantasy that he was some sort of, innocent, bookish type. We're going to easily intimidate into getting buggeration.
Nope.
Hey, sorry. Need to interrupt all the...
So, Nate, your typing is so loud.
That's so... Well, I know. I'm genuine. I thought it was muted, so I'm really sorry. I thought it was muted.
It's good, buddy.
That's fun. So wait, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me right now?
Yeah.
I can hear clear. Yeah.
Huh.
We can hear you.
That's weird. So apparently my mute button on this is not the same as muting myself here. I apologize.
Is it actually coming through those headphones, or did you accidentally switch to a different mic?
It shouldn't be. If I am, that's annoying.
It is what it is.
We'll fix it in post.
Well, no, I know.
No, we won't. No, we absolutely won't. I'm tired.
I mean, what can we do? We'll simply just need the cherry on.
You've already got inspiration, so
bud.
now you're just hurting me.
Hey, Jamie, you know where they get blueberries from, right?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You just have to strangle a pea.
And that's a serious wrap. Oh.
I'm sorry, I know these pun jokes get you a little melancholy.
If you had told me about strangling peas as a child, turning them into blueberries as a child, I would have tried like hell, because peas are gross.
I mean, you really don't want to do that. It's an idea, but really it's just plumb crazy.
Alright, maybe we should Barca leave it alone.
No, come on, Bjorn. Come on.
It absolutely was a setup. You know what they say, it takes two to mango.
You're not wrong.
Do you have a list you're working from, or is this just some sort of evil inspiration?
I might have prepped a few in the downtime. That's what I took notes on.
I love you so much, Phoenix.
That's some sort of doomsday pepper.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about what we were doing, but I did take notes on some puns.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I have in my notes that Phoenix Nick gets a Charlie horse because he wouldn't stop suggesting Bodax for our last session.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was something about a Charlie horse, and he said, what about a Raoul horse? And so there's a second Charlie horse coming for that one.
Yeah. So should we all go to this play with Mannix, or...
Well,
I
do
need to go
believe this
shopping.
group could use for a bit more culture, so I think you should all be encouraged.
Well, I'll just say stupid then and go shopping because I'm going to bring some send some presents home.
I'll go to the play with you. It'll be good time for an apricot.
If Maddox wants to spend time with us, I think I should go to the play.
Yeah, I think the play's the thing.
I'm sorry, Siobhan.
Give yourself inspiration, Casey.
No, it's okay. I can possibly do both. I do have a fancy dress I got to wear, once.
I mean, if you're gonna go shopping, I'll go with you, because plays aren't really my thing.
Well, I'll try to do both, but I need to go shopping and I need to arrange to have some stuff sent home. So I get some gifts from my ma, and I need to buy as much berry stuff as I can carry.
All right.
Looking to Bjorn like,
Go.
you're muted.
Wonderful, thank you. I believe in the last session, kind of went over a large number of the things that Siobhan wanted to find.
Yeah, so we don't need to go over this again. Let's get pun t-shirts, ice wine, etc.
Yeah. Do you have just sort of a overall list of how many items you wanted to get for everyone?
I believe I do.
We'll just get a very large box to carry it all.
A very large motherfucker. Yeah, I wanted novelty t-shirts for all of my brothers. Looking for like a cookbook for me ma, and then I don't even have to know. They have some sort of like berry wine, maybe the one that I just accidentally got drunk. I don't want to make everybody sit through this list. A lot of stuff. I can just send it to you.
If you want to do that, I would just say probably go ahead and mark off. Go ahead and mark off 12 gold. Then you buy 12 gold worth of stuff of cookbooks and shirts and aprons, hats. And when I say hats, I mean they're like in the shape of berries. Like there's this one very, very large hat. You're not quite sure how it keeps its form. It's very impressive, and it's just this extreme pile of all sorts of fruit on it, and it's like I got buried at Berry Haven.
100% sending Connor a shirt that says "I'm a tart."
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're able to get some of the ice wine as well. You find a couple really nice cookbooks for Nessa. And the ones you find, they're doing a little searching. You find sort of these are the kind of wide variety, clearly more souvenir types. So you do find some from some local farmers here that are specifically written by citizens of Berry Haven. You're able to grab those. Those having a little more like family recipes to them. A little less commercial.
And some sort of berry brandy for my dad.
Oh, definitely. No problem with that.
And if Hira's with me, it's like, can you make things cold, or can you just make them, electrified?
How cold?
Like, if, for example, I wanted to, have some wine that's supposed to be chilled, but I store it with me so it's not kept chilled, but then you could, chill it before we head it.
I mean, I can try.
Obviously, the best use of your, abilities is chilling wine. I'm sure it's everything you've ever aspired to.
I mean, it's not the first time that I've tried, but cooling down drinks with the magic that I've got, there's a chance that I just kind of blow up or like encase in ice and then it kind of shatters.
Clutches the ice wine to her chest. Like, alright, so no.
Yeah, so like I've done it successfully before, but it's not always successful.
I'm so ready for this Arcana check.
No, I'm not sure. No, I put back the ice wine sadly, and we'll start looking for something that is supposed to be drunk at room temperature.
I mean, if we had a large area, I do have a big spell that would be very unnecessary, and it would have no chance to shatter the bottle. But I need a large area, and it's a bit what people would call overkill.
So you guys are what, level 7 right now?
8.
Level 8? And you know Ray of Frost, right?
Yeah.
I would say as a level 8 sorcerer, you would have enough control over your magic that if you just wanted to chill a bottle of wine, that's not a game-breaking mechanic.
I mean, I just figure Kira hasn't tried it in long enough that he doesn't know if he can or not.
I mean, honestly, worst case scenario, you would just like put sort of like a little sheet of ice sort of around the bottle, and it would just be very, very cold to the touch. But it's ice wine; it's supposed to be drunk cold, so it can stand up to it.
Remind me, do we have... Is it a bag of holding or a portable hole?
You guys have a portable hole.
Mm-hmm.
We have a portable hole.
Yeah.
So we got some space.
Yeah.
Give me some time and I can take care of this for us as well.
It's the fantasy equivalent of dry ice.
I can start it today and finish it tomorrow.
Let me just plan to do a 4th level spell slot for this.
I'm thinking of 2 4th level spell slots.
Alright, long rest and plan an encounter for you guys. Got it.
Hey, if I get enough charges with my staff, I can cone of cold that sumbitch.
Wouldn't be a long rest unless I'd lose some spells afterwards.
3 4th level spell slots and a 5th level charge to chill a bottle of wine. That's why I love this game.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
DM says, I'll let you do it with a cantrip. Players, no, we can't have that. We gotta think big.
I got plans.
DMB can't tripping.
So yeah, you're able to get that quite easily, Siobhan, and you have all that stuff ready, set up, and for an additional 1 gold, you can have it sent to the assemblage for you.
Oh.
They do shipping.
I think, I don't remember, but I think I had taken time in the last session to write letters to everybody.
You did.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I asked if I can include those.
Yeah, an additional 1 silver for that.
Okay.
So yeah, 1 gold, 1 silver, and they will ship all that for you.
I really wish...
problem.
Sorry. The thing that I'm using that I'm not going to mention because, not sponsored or anything, it's really annoying that if you try to do 1 silver, they're like, no, you have 314 gold, you cannot spend 1 silver. Like, come on.
Gotta make change first.
Do some bloody math. Okay. That just means if you say something costs a silver, I don't deduct it, because I'm just like, well, no way to do it.
I can fix that.
Fine.
All of a sudden, everything has a gold cost. Everything.
This will break your economy.
Okay, fine.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
99 silver.
Where the hell did you get 99 silver from?
Oh, it's 10 per. My bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be a dick. I just forgot how. I forgot how many silvers were in the gold.
Math is hard.
Some people suck at making change, but my clerks
I got
are a little better than
99
that.
silvers because the innkeeper made a mistake.
So with all that, is there anything anyone else is doing, information they want to gather before wrapping up the evening? So as it rolls on into evening, again, Mannix had great interest in seeing these local players over at the Horseshoe Vineyard. Is a group known as the Nightingale Players, and you see a couple. You can tell they're fairly hastily made posters put up. You have no idea how long they've been in town for, but just mentions, tonight the Nightingale players perform the Maelstrom, starring that incredible siren of the stage, Valseus Debauchery.
Uh-oh.
And this is not good music for this here.
I thought it was a setup.
Let's see here. Let's just... That's a little better. It's not perfect, but it'll do. The folks are gathering in fairly rapidly, but with Mannix's need to be there. You guys are there a little on the early side, able to get some good seats. Mannix, it does surprise you a little bit at first. You realize, there are no box seats here. You just sit amongst the rabble, as there is no assigned seating, as there are no tickets for this. It is a free performance. Those of you who aren't Mannix, actually Mannix, you might even be familiar with this as well. You're you're a practitioner of the arts, to the point where, being the patron that you are, you'd probably used to be performances where like a hat is passed or set out at the end of a performance for people to give whatever donations they feel worthwhile. The show features just a very small group of players. Actually, only 4 performers. The standout, which is this, when I say I mean alabaster white-skinned tiefling with these 2 very large golden horns. Their eyes also shimmer this gold color, non-binary. This is Valseus Debauchery, and they move on the stage almost in a very unnatural and unworldly way. You're guessing probably some double jointedness in there as they perform the Maelstrom. Their performance above everyone else is incredible. As I just rolled their performance check. Everybody give me a Constitution saving throw against whether or not this performance moves you to tears. DC 10.
Is it a spell or
I'm enforcing that Mannix is going to be rolling this at disadvantage because he's an emotional shambles at this point.
Okay. This is not a spell. This is just pure quality of performance. You can choose to be moved to tears if you want, but DC 10 to not be moved to tears.
13, baby.
Also 13.
Self-imposed disadvantage. I want to keep in mind here.
Yeah.
I rolled a 23.
I also rolled
a Constitution save?
Wow.
Holy nutballs.
I rolled a nat 20 and a 19.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
I got an 8.
Okay. So, most of you are not moved to tears. Reba, on the other hand, is just a blubbering mess of the tale of just this once great ruler who was thwarted by those around them and went into hiding, learning the ways of the arcane to show their power once again and get revenge on those who thwarted them. But their arcane usage did cost them their own life, as it drained the life force from them, these uses of the arcane. But they were able to give a new life to their children that had escaped with them. And again, the performance, mind-blowing. And Reba, you are just a blubbering mess from this.
They sacrificed everything. Why does magic always have to come at a price?
Who? Siobhan in Garnet's head was like, who sacrificed what? Did someone die? I missed someone dying. They're all just going back to Italy. Or no, Italy doesn't exist in this realm. Whatever.
Weren't you paying attention? It happened right before your very eyes.
I liked the drunk ones. I was laughing at the drunk ones. I don't.
Not gonna lie, I really didn't get it.
Didn't get it. What's not? Oh my dear
I just-
boy.
It was a
I mean-
play. It was a play about this drunken butler, and he was really the main character. And as far as I'm concerned, and
I just like it was cool and everything, but I mean, we've done more fantastical stuff than that. Like in the last week.
That's not the point.
I guess
I
I just
stopped
don't
paying
get it.
attention and started creating a play in my head about an owlbear facing off against a hydra, and the owlbear won because owlbears are nice.
I'd watch that.
Thanks a bunch.
is this like a mecha kaiju thing? Somehow I pictured that as like a Lost Godzilla movie, and I'm like, okay, all right, let's do this.
I would watch it.
Ooh, Citrus got real.
That's your best one so far. That's the best one. Not gonna lie.
I don't even berries anymore.
And there are a couple hats that are set out
why
and passed
limit
around
myself?
throughout the audience for anyone who wishes to donate. And there is almost like a receiving line of people who are wanting to meet Debauchery at this. As again, their performance was just exemplary.
Reba puts 5 gold in the hat.
Kira just kind of sees Reba do this and just like, oh, okay, and puts 5 in the hat.
Phoenix drops 10.
I put 9 silver. No.
At the sound of all this gold going into the hat, this tiefling, their ears just kind of perk, and almost like a cat's ears turn in the direction of the hat. If anybody had been watching specifically, not when any of the copper or silver went in there, but the sound of this much gold going in, anyone who paid specific attention, be like, they can tell the sounds of different coins as they hit. Darling, I need you to excuse me for a moment. I have some very important individuals who come and see the show to speak to. Hello. Thank you so much for coming and attending our performance this evening. It always means so much to us, anybody who comes out to see the work we do, and your generosity as well. I cannot thank you enough. Marvelous. You are... We enjoy performing for everyone, but to people who truly give back to us in kind, showing this sort of appreciation, it means everything. The life of an artist is not easy, but you have definitely made the next weeks much, much easier on us. Thank you.
Man, I should make you do the announcement. Like the money announcement. You just did, like... Just copy that and put that at the beginning of every episode.
Gifts the gods give.
Well, I'm going to assume, because this is a tiefling, that they're impossibly hot, and so Siobhan
Ridiculously.
just can't quite make eye contact.
Yeah, they have this very Tilda Swinton look about them.
Checks out.
I'm also not unconvinced that Tilda Swinton is not a tiefling.
I think she's Fae, but...
Fair. No, that's a good point.
She's not of this plane of existence.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a perfectly reasonable theory.
Other.
Okay, I just move that he never gets inspiration ever again.
Ever again.
Not going to happen. I am like RuPaul in the sense that if you make me laugh, you're going to be rewarded for it.
You're welcome. I mean, Mannix is really the theater goer. He would know better what all this means to you.
They extend a hand to you, Mannix, for just to thank you.
He's happy to meet
Debauchery
you.
is shaking my hand.
Question, Mannix. The hand you are shaking with, do you wear a signet ring on that hand?
Yes.
Not anymore.
Wonderful. They actually take that hand as they're shaking it. They look. House Soul? I did not realize we had such a connoisseur in our audience tonight. The generosity of your family to artistic groups all across the Western realms is legendary. Thank you. Thank you. I actually first got my training through the Soul Grant. I was able to study under quite amazing instructors. My family didn't have the funds to support it, but through the grants that your family has set up, I was one of the ones who got that opportunity. So thank you. Thank you truly. I wouldn't be here without your family.
But I can't let them take all the credit. It was mostly me.
I'll be honest, regardless of who it was, you're the one here, so if you want all the credit, you can have it.
Well, I don't see any of them else. Yes, I will take it. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome.
If ever you are looking for more performances to delight and amaze, please follow what the Nightingale players are doing. This is a new work. It is a little incomplete. I don't know that I completely love the ending. I feel it should be a little more uplifting, but whatever. We're always trying out new things from new and contemporary playwrights, because let's be honest, who needs to always do something by a bunch of old dead humans? Well, I thank you. I'm going to distribute the donations amongst the rest of the troop, and I'm going to have a drink and I'm going to get some rest. But again, it has been a pleasure and honor to meet you and to meet your compatriots again. Thank you all. They scoop up the hat, and you'll see this very just deft motion as they just sweep a hand by the hat. You hear a slight clinking sound. They put the hat on their head. No clinking there, as you can now see just from a thin cord from their wrist, the coins just very quickly deposited into a bag. They head off back to the rest of the players.
More wholesome than I've
cool.
also one named Debauchery would be.
Does Mannix still have the playbill?
Oh yeah.
What did I say? Was that... Did we just talk to Valsey's Debauchery?
Yes, you did.
And you got a lot of credit for it.
He gushed at you. They gushed at you, really.
I don't remember what I said.
You took credit for the whole
dear.
Soul Grant, I believe.
Well, there was no one else who was responsible for it. For at least that I can be thankful that I was being honest. And... all
right. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed. Unless you're talking out your arse.
Kira just pulls out a notebook and writes down the date. Mannix actually did a good thing.
No, write down that he was flustered. Write down that he was flustered too, please.
Adding another column.
Can I control my flame breath enough to just give a little and nuke his notes?
What is the save on your flame breath? Well, you don't spit fire, though.
I mean, it's necrotic.
Make the notes die.
His notebook rot.
Make his notebook just rotten to just dust. The Dorian Gray that book.
Because
it's a Dex 13.
Because this is funny, I need you, Mannix, to make a dexterity saving throw to try and have that specificity with your necrotic breath. Because you're trying to Looney Tunes this.
Very much so. Or Popeye. I rolled a 9.
So
which may or may not be funnier.
So you do attempt to just give the little tobacco spit, which works well for necrotic, but Mannix is not much of a spitter, so when he attempts to do that, I heard it as I said it. You, sorry, Jamie.
It was a long shot to begin with. I mean, it was a real Hail Berry.
You end up actually kind of choking on your own necrotic breath. You do expend a use of it by doing this. And go ahead and give yourself 2 points of necrotic damage.
But what happens to the notes?
They're fine.
Oh.
Nothing.
While this is happening, Siobhan I have no stealth, so I'm going to say I'm doing this sneakily, but I don't think that actually happened. I'm taking out my own notebook, I'm writing it down just in case. Redundancy.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Well, great. I'm very dexterous. Let's see, sleight of hand. All right.
And I believe that one's not disadvantaged like your stealth is.
Right. 15.
Who are you trying to hide this from?
Mannix. I'm gonna go hide behind Reba, I think is what happens.
Which that is a great way to hide, considering Reba is built like a fucking rectangle.
I was like, stay still, I'm writing this down just in case.
Mannix, if you want, you can make a perception check at disadvantage because you're busy choking on your own necrotic breath.
Said this. It was. Oh, sorry.
Perception.
Perception.
Perception at disadvantage.
14.
15 beats that. No, you have no idea what Siobhan's doing. Yeah, you're just hacking up a lung over there, and Siobhan's just using Reba to block her writing this stuff.
And giggling. Just dueling.
So you just blacked out that entire conversation?
I was somewhere else, and I'm not sure where.
Huh.
I saw them coming, and then I was happy, and then she was walking away and sitting there looking like a common person.
Go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me, Mannix. We're going to see how much of this conversation you remember.
Well, that's a nat 20 for a 23.
And all of a sudden, in that moment, you just have this moment of clarity where just all the pieces kind of lock together, and you remember the conversation vividly. You basically remember it as like staring at yourself having this conversation still outside of your own body. You remember it as if you were a witness to it, not as if you were physically part of it, but you do end up having full recollection of it.
Remember. Oh, that went rather well, I think. Much better than I... I'm rather good in social instances, I think. Yes. Yes, I am. All right. Very well. Very good. All right.
Fun fact, this happened to me, Bjorn can attest, this happened to me in real life when I met Duff McKagan. I remember being the next person in line, and then we were walking back to the car, and I'm like, wait, what happened? I just left my body.
He was very cool.
So I'm told.
I too have a Duff McKagan story. I will tell it at another time.
Huzzah!
Mine's not nearly as cool as yours, but yeah.
Mine's not cool. Mine is the opposite of
That's
cool.
fantastic.
Zero chill. My body just went, no, can't. For your own safety, you should not be here.
Thankfully, you're not there. You're in Berryhaven.
That's a very good segue. Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, that wasn't even, no, it wasn't even good.
you know what?
No.
Squeeze the
What?
day, Jamie. Just squeeze the day.
Give yourself inspiration for participating.
Oh, I hate myself.
The world's saddest point of inspiration.
What you get for giving into peer pressure.
It's good to see Jamie branching out.
Oh!
Yeah, I personally think these jokes can't be beat.
And now we've crossed into vegetables. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
This is the second time. If you were trying to pull out broccoli, I'm like, no.
Oh, I missed that.
Changing the theme, it's just a little rutabaga.
Oh!
It's a struggle we all have to apple with, so.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Apple.
Grapple apple.
Yeah, I got that one.
So, man,
I
what
share that
do
reference.
you normally do after a play?
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Well, once fully soaked in the performance, really had a chance to come down off that high. I definitely am in need of a meal, so I don't know if any of you are hungry, but I am absolutely peevish.
Last time I saw a play, we left and then, got attacked. Pretty much immediately.
I mean, but what's the chances of that happening twice?
I don't
I'd like
even
everyone to
think
make a
it's such
perception check for me.
I didn't even get to finish saying what I wanted to say, which was, we shouldn't be saying such things.
18 for a 17.
Again.
10?
It'd be a good old 11.
Fail!
All right. What'd Reba get there?
Reba got a 15 plus perception, which is dirty 20.
Damn. So, Ohaku and Reba, you are the only two who notice. Some of the crowd has started to clear out, but some of them are still kind of milling about in this area, and a section of the backdrop of the stage is some of the flats are kind of lifted up and then set down to sort of make a little like rampway into the backstage area. And so some of the players and then a couple other folks who had helped sort of like usher and everything come just running in with these large sections of wood, and in a matter you can tell this is clearly the first time that they've done this. Just in a matter of seconds, very quickly, a little makeshift bar is set up, and one of them is behind it, and another one just kind of like wheels out this massive cauldron on. It's basically using the floating disc spell, but there are some stones set up on it. There's a small fire on there, and this floating disc is brought out with this massive cauldron of stew on it, and all of a sudden some casting of like dancing lights are going about.
I reach over and I'm like frantically tapping Garnet on the shoulder. Garnet! Iguaba, come see this!
Okay.
And you hear voice you've been very familiar with as they briefly were speaking to all of you, announcing their own namesake as Velseus Debauchery stands center stage, puts their arms in the air. Now is the after party, so let debauchery begin.
I grab Mannix's head and rotate it towards Debauchery if Mannix is not already caught on.
And Debauchery, they are already on their way to the bar, mug full of whatever stew is in this cauldron in hand. They just walk by the cauldron, just dunk a mug in it, and they are up at the bar getting a beverage. And a few musicians come out. They just sort of begin playing out fairly jaunty tune, kind of somewhat dancey, and good times are being had.
Let's go have good times, Bohaku.
I start dancing.
Make a performance check.
I feel like I've been rolling too well. This is going to go badly. Yep. 7.
You have inspiration.
I do. Using it. Natural 2023.
So, the style of dance you start. See, I don't imagine Pohaku doing his normal like Blade song or whatnot. I think this is just Pohaku feeling music and starting to just get down with what his body does. This is a full hootenanny hoedown that Pohaku is just putting on, just to slap in various parts of his body to make percussion. This is just full on old school country western line dance. But there's not anybody in a group doing this, and with above a 20, there are a couple of performers they start watching what you're doing, and just like that bit in the Goofy movie where Goofy does the perfect cast and then Powerline dances right along with him. Some of them just start watching you, and they just start doing your moves right along with it. And I'm so glad I got to make a Goofy movie reference in one of my campaigns.
Yeah, I have dressed a little bit more nicely to not embarrass Mannix as we have gone out here. But I am a little bit sad that I don't have my title belt on right now, because this would be a perfect opportunity for the buckle shuffle.
Oh my god. That's right. You do know how to do the buckle shuffle.
Those are the days.
You think you can still do it?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Pohaku cut.
Oh, Pohaku is... The Western Realms has never seen the buckle shuffle until now.
There we go.
Even without your title belt, you're still finding a way to do the buckle shuffle.
There we have it. It's canon. I have introduced the buckle shuffle.
Yeah, yep. you have invented the buckle shuffle. And there are folks joining in, and...
Nothing else that we do in this campaign. That is Pohaku's legacy.
They are just getting down right along with you. It's hard to not be impressed by this.
Pohaku retires to become a dance teacher.
I retired to become a dance teacher. I have found my people.
Yeah.
I think there was something I was supposed to do about Ragnarok, but are you kidding me? These people love me.
Save the world. Fuck it. I'm going to teach the buckle shuffle.
I'm going to be a modern dancer.
Oh, man. I love this game.
Hold me closer, Pohaku dancer.
Excuse me, I'm going to drown myself in the toilet.
On brand.
Kira's just going to go get a drink.
Drinks are readily and happily provided to any of you. They did a pretty good observation of who did and did not leave donations. So you are noticing there are some folks that are basically being given a cover charge, as they did not give donations to the players, so they're not going to drink for free. You guys gave a shitload of money compared to everyone else. So there's a... and just very quickly, Debauchery is like, no, they are good. They are absolutely. They are fine. They should get the VIP table. Do we have a table? Do we? No. Okay, there is no VIP table. If there were, they would get it. Yes, good. Okay, take care of them. They're wonderful. And just Debauchery is off, just sort of schmoozing with the crowd. They kind of take a brief moment of buckle shuffling along with all of you before just kind of grabbing some passerby and spinning them into a dance along with all of this. And they're just kind of almost this whirling dervish around your little buckle shuffle squad as they're rolling hot. Yeah, their dance also quite impressive.
Look at Miss Debauchery go. Look at her, just spinning around with people, schmoozing. The stars are just like us.
I mean,
Reba,
you say just like us. You are one of the richest people in the Empire.
That's who I was talking about. She's not like you. She's far better.
Oh,
I'm going to grab Mannix by the arm, and I'm just going to kind of try to start pulling him out onto the dance floor. When in Berryhaven, do as the berries. Hang in bunches. Get out here.
I try to resist.
Okay, I want contested athletics checks.
Athletics. Well, I'm only a one on that.
Oh, no.
Hey, there's a 3 for a 4.
I rolled a 7 for a 6.
I'm giving Pahaku advantage because this was a surprise round. This was a surprise round. Pahaku gets advantage.
13.
There you go.
What are you doing?
I come up behind you, and if you had a buckle, my hand would be there, and I'm like guiding your hips behind you, and we are buckle shuffling all through the night.
Help! Being assaulted! Security!
I'm not your bodyguard anymore.
Grab your arm, and we are doing the cowboy horse. Yeah, I mean, no, we're going for this.
So for this, the checks I will need here is for the instruction. Pahaku, go ahead and give me just an intelligence check.
Okay. Natural 2023.
Oh my god!
You're a natural with this. And now, Mannix, just give me a performance check.
I'm terrible at this.
It is charisma, so you get a nice bonus.
You're going to be all right.
It's 19 for a 24.
Damn! So, Pahaku going out here and doing the buckle shuffle and teaching these people was impressive in its own right. Possibly even more impressive. There are some folks, you can even hear some murmurs like, is this planned? Did these people go around and do this? This is so precise it looks choreographed. As Pahaku just dragged Mannix into the crowd, is now standing behind him, hands on where the buckle would be on Mannix's belt, and they are just like moving in unison with the synchronicity of a late 90s boy band. Just perfection in their movements here.
Right. Mannix, you and I, it ain't no lie. Pie, pie, pie.
I deny that I'm quite good at this, but I'm not enjoying myself in this.
As soon as you say that, I am going to take you, spin you around, and as I extend my arm out, you're going straight into Debauchery.
Oh!
Mannix, make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, super good at those. 13.
13? Okay, you do not stumble and fall to the ground. Debauchery just got enough on the perception check. They see you coming in, grab your arm, just completely spin you around, full swing dance style, from one arm to the other, and then they just bend you over backwards. They're kind of holding you over their thighs. If you wanted to dance, honey, you just had to ask. They kiss the tip of their finger, boop your nose.
I'm just
Spin you
I'm not
back to
even
your
waiting
feet.
for you to respond. I'm shouting across the room if I need to. He wants to.
And
Well,
on
then.
this date, Mannix was booped.
I'm going to show you how they dance where I come from.
As she spins me away,
Yeah.
I run over to Mannix real quick. Pardon me. To Bahaku. I'm Mannix. I'm well aware. And I just glare. Just daggers at Pahaku. I could have done this myself. I had everything under control. Be gone. and then moseys his way back across the dance floor.
I mean, I kind of said that I was doing it, so I'll do it. As you are staring daggers into my, I do the same move, kiss my finger and boop you on the nose.
Siobhan, it's here. You saw that, right? You saw it?
Today, Mannix was booped twice.
You keep watching, I'll get us drinks.
I'm uploading Debauchery's check for performance for the dance she's about to do. Or they're about to do.
And I have every confidence that you could have done that yourself because you are figging amazing.
Oh my god. So.
And
I don't need any help getting dates.
Can I cast Enhance Ability and tailor it for dancing? Like, it's got Cat's Grace, but it doesn't really have anything that goes for performance check. Or, well, no, charisma checks are Eagle's Splendor.
I will allow... I'll allow for charisma checks, yeah. For performance, for dancing, yeah.
Yeah. Reba's gonna cast Enhance Ability on Mannix. Secretly.
Does this have verbal and somatic components?
Oh, yes.
Then it's not very secret. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
She's gonna...
Give me a sleight of hand check. Let's just see how well you can hide that
She's gonna play it off in this crowd, you know?
Sure.
Who's really looking when everyone's dancing?
Sleight of hand.
Which is... Okay, cool. +0. You're good.
Yeah.
Grand. Which is awesome because I did roll a 9.
You should do a berry pun, and then he'll give you an inspiration.
I already have inspiration. I'll use my inspiration to try and roll better.
Awesome.
No.
Save your inspiration for important fights. Nah, dancing.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. No.
A 9 is as good as I get, so people notice it, but the spell goes off.
No one cares. Mannix, you have advantage on charisma checks. Debauchery, they snap their fingers. You see this small flame appear on the fingertip. They make a few quick gestures, and you watch as just sort of this sigil is drawn out on the ground in these flames. And they kind of just begin, like, it looks almost like what we would think is more like it. If we saw it, we'd be like, oh, that's like total like Russian dance. You know, a lot of hips, bending the knees, and stomping and whatnot. The best way I can describe it, like I want to say Cossack, but I think that's like the really low kicking thing. I don't know a lot of terms for dancing, so like the Mamushka from the Addams Family movie when Gomez and Fester are dancing.
Did you ever watch do you ever see The Man Who Knew Too Little?
No.
Bill Murray. Oh, okay. There's
right
a
now
scene,
that's me talking about dancing.
There's a scene involving that exact specific style of dancing. So
okay.
Annex, so that
give me a performance check to see how well you do being brought into this.
So just real quick, as Mannix spins back around after getting booped for the second time, he's managing to not lose his shit somehow. He kind of gestures to clear out. Leaps up into the air as high as he can, which, with the enclosure, keeping that in mind, flares out his wings and glides across the dance floor and lands next to Lady Debauchery and extends his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking work!
Performance check at advantage.
Well, the first one's a 19.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 24.
So, you don't have a lot of experience dancing, Annex. You've been to like formal, like a formal ball or things like that. So there are certain like royal style dancings for being like at high court that you know. There's the standard steps and all of that. But as far as something more like this, you haven't done hardly any of it, but you've sure watched a hell of a lot of it because you've been to a lot of performances of a lot of types. And with this enhanced ability that Reba has cast on you, you just kind of find your mind opening up very quickly, studying the steps. And for anyone watching, for like the first 2 or 3 steps, Mannix is maybe like an eighth of a beat behind. You know, just getting into the rhythm and the pattern. And very quickly you start learning how to move and anticipate. You two are perfectly countering each other, moving throughout this sort of sigil that's been drawn out on the ground. And as the dancing moves through it, the two of you become dancing faster. You all can watch as this sigil kind of begins to glow and this light is coming up around them. And then as the music reaches more of a fever pitch, it goes from this bright white light, comes into this like blue shimmering darkness, like almost illuminating them in like bioluminescent black light as they're just doing this frantic dance, your heels stomping into the ground. Finally, at the end of it, she pulls two daggers, throws them down into the ground, hops herself up, landing on the handles of them, balanced perfectly on the heels of her boots on the daggers, and just lifts Mannix into the air by the waist with one hand, like Dirty Dancing style, to this crescendo, and then sets him down, hops back up, pulls the daggers out of the stage, and puts them back in her belt. Back in their belt. They extend a hand back behind them, and you see 2 glasses are just put into it. 2 glasses of wine. They extend one to you, Mannix. To Debauchery. And they just throw it back.
Mannix follows suit and just continues to enjoy himself.
I think Kira and Siobhan are doing exactly what Jordan and Jamie were both just doing, just like we stopped. Alright, that was stupid hot.
That... I think I like theater.
I'm gonna dance over, put my arm around both of them, looking very directly into Debauchery's eyes. Have a good time. Don't let that man go. And I'll leave.
You can join us if you want, love. There's always room for more.
High wisdom, low intelligence, or pardon me, high intelligence, low wisdom. Do Phoenix knows what she's implying? Does Bohaku think she's referring to dancing? Pardon me, but they're referring to dancing.
You mean insight check?
Yes, you simply must join us.
Too bad. It was a 3, and then it tipped over to 19 for an 18.
You absolutely know what they're saying, yes.
Neat. I think with that, I think Mannix is probably making it pretty clear, and I will say, I'd love to dance with you.
That will also happen. Just as far as the other festivities, all your compatriots can join. The rest of the players, we can see. We always love to see how large of an inhuman pyramid we can build.
And you got to admit, Mannix, you and I make quite a pair.
You're animals.
We would be delighted if you joined us.
What the?
At this point, they absolutely just bust out in laughter. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but I partially am. The pyramid thing, we did that once. It was fun. It doesn't always end with an orgy, but that's not off the table either. It's all about seeing where the night goes, isn't it?
I think Kira needed me. I'll be right back.
What? Mom? I've got to go.
And they will just throw an arm around Mannix and say, "You need to be thrust the cast." And those two will saunter off.
How does he do that?
I was going to say you're too young to be seeing this.
Well,
I'm too young to be seeing this.
To your question, Kara, it was really quite simple. I did this move, and I will spin you, but I will not kind of extend you out. But there is not a debauchery waiting to catch you.
Reba, what did you cast on Mannix?
Oh, I just, I gave him a little extra pizzazz.
You should probably give him some extra constitution. Extra strength, extra.
He's on his own for that one.
Ugh.
I gave him all the charm I could muster because I knew he needs it, but he's trying to keep his own feet out of his mouth. I can't control what he does with anything else that goes into his mouth, you know?
Should I go? It's dangerous seeing things I can't unsee.
I just absolutely love that. Like, how he's going to behave made the most charismatic party member even more charismatic.
Because I don't
No, I love the logic.
Reba, with her hatred of the Empire, doesn't realize how charming Mannix is.
No,
she thinks he's a lost cause,
which I love,
even though he's actually so stunning.
Which
both can be true.
Yeah,
this is true.
He doesn't know his stats, you know? She just keeps, wondering at how he just gets people fawning over him.
He's like a croissant. He's got layers.
Good old onion croissant.
Oh, God.
Oh.
No, those are good.
Do you have inspirations? If you do, you can take it away from making me think of that.
I love a savory croissant.
Not onion.
Yeah, no, you put a little bit of onion with, the ham and cheese, little toasted onion bits on top. It's super good.
Smells angry. You're
That just seems like you're overhandling it.
That's what he said.
Why would he say that?
He was watching Beetlejuice.
Yeah, you tell us tomorrow, I guess.
Oh. Timely jokes! Anyway.
Oh, no. Well, anyways.
Yeah, I don't know how much more we want to go down this, but just because it was something that happened, and now I'm thinking that it should happen. So yeah, I twirled Kira, and I'm just going to keep dancing with him.
Yeah, I'll just join in.
Yeah, each of you make a performance check.
Oh man, I've had two good ones. This
Actually,
one's not
you know what,
well.
Haku, you don't have to make any more performance checks. You've had 2 nat 20s on dancing. You're fine for the night.
You are John Travolta.
That's a 22, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, dances and things like that they happen in the Empire. Kira, you've gone dancing. You're having just a hell of a time. And for the most part, there is just a lot of talking, laughing, dancing, and that there are times where sometimes 2, sometimes more people go off somewhere. You sometimes see some bushes rustling as people are having proverbial rolls in the, well, not hay, but
That's
Things
barley.
are just, things are just happening, and just good times happening all around. Anything for the rest of you through the debaucherous doings of the evening?
Don't think so.
Mannix, give me a Constitution saving throw.
There it is.
21.
Okay,
Hey.
so
Phew.
you all find your various places for sleep at the end of the night. Mannix, that was just literally going to be, like, the DC wasn't very high. We were just going to find out if you had a level of exhaustion the next day from just partying well into the night. You, knowing that you have a day of travel tomorrow and everything as important as it is, you're up probably a little later than you should be, but you don't push it into the small hours to where you would.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Really? I blame myself. Give yourselves a long rest, is what I'll say. Somebody can take a long rest. And the next day, Kira, you are able to pick up your magic item. I'll add that to your inventory tonight, because I'm going to have to homebrew it. But just to give you the quick deets on it, you're given this platinum band. Range on it is 60 feet, and it costs an action. It can be used once per day. You have to make a target. It has to make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw. And if they fail, you are able to put one brief memory into their mind. So basically, you couldn't, for example, put the memory of watching the Maelstrom last night, that entire 2-hour performance.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You could do like the way it made you feel at the end, but if there is just a specific moment, I'll probably say a memory up to 1 minute, I would say.
Okay.
Is up to 1 minute worth of time that you could make them remember.
Then I will.
Because,
After getting it, let's go over to Siobhan, because I think you're the person that could handle this. Would you mind helping me test this new thing?
What do I need to do?
Just let my memory go to you, I guess.
yeah, because you can always choose to fail a saving throw.
All right.
And I will try to give Siobhan, from my point of view, as much of my memory as possible of watching my father be betrayed.
And so in this, you see the moment where Tyree is face to face with Castian before the spear comes through his back.
Did you see it?
If you keep it here, do you not have to have it yourself?
No, it's not that. I just need to make sure that when I'm telling very specific people, they can see it themselves so they know exactly that I'm not lying. Zone of Truth can only do so much.
It works then.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
Out of character. I was there the first time, right?
Yeah, you were there when it was told.
No, It's all right. I've seen a father die. Well, every night.
Yeah.
Dead Dad's Club. Goes for high five.
This doesn't feel right, but Dead Dad's Club.
Oh, and Mom's.
Well, no, my mom might still be alive.
Oh, I beg your pardon. All right, self 5.
I mean, but you have like a whole adopted family and siblings. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. Because I'll make myself sad. So let's go?
You want a hug?
Always?
Oh. I give him a hug, and I'm awkward because I don't know how to hug not halflings.
Yeah.
Violently?
So I try to give a hug, and I'm like, oh, you're normal. No, all right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm used to someone half my size as opposed to, 3/4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick him up and, just kind of rock him a little bit. What's this? I don't know if this is soothing.
I don't really... It's kind of new.
Here, wait, no, hold on. I'll squeeze in such a way that I'm gonna try to pop his back, but, in a nice way, oh, that feels good.
Make a strength check. I call it athletics.
$21.
And Kira, you had kind of this one spot in your upper back. It was just kind of a little tight, and you just, ooh. Oh, that just loosened it right up. That feels real good.
That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
Puts him down, very pleased that she's managed to do something right.
Yeah, I almost feel like this slight head rush as your circulation's been improved, and you kind of have this moment of clarity. You're like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to feel. Okay.
Aw, kitty.
Huh.
Let's go get as many tarts as we can before we go on the road.
Yeah, let's do that.
How many tarts do you want to get? Because while there is a limit,
can we carry?
You have a portable hole.
I wouldn't get an insane amount. I would get a borderline insane amount, but I wouldn't get a portable hole insane because they're not going to stay fresh, and it'll just be disappointing when they're day old, whatever.
So do you want full tarts or do you want tartlets?
Tartlets.
Tartlets?
Tartlets, because I can eat 4 and not feel bad about it.
Excellent. So you can get them by the dozen.
Let's
dozen
see.
tartlets. It's going to cost you... say a dozen tartlets, since they're pretty well made. Do you want to get the best ones you can find, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
We'll say a dozen tartlets cost you 3 silver.
All right. Then do the math. I'm getting 6 dozen.
Yeah, because I saw you counting 1 for each of us. That sounds right.
Getting 6 dozen. So that'll cost you 18 silver.
Yep.
I have 9.
So 1 gold and 8 of those silver.
Now where Kira's getting these.
As we're walking there, I'm gonna say, I lost track at the end of the night. Did Bahaku end up joining them, or?
I didn't see.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't ask that, because I don't actually want to know.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious.
Let's
just go find
on the
everyone.
roof as usual.
Oh.
Yeah, if you guys walk outside of the inn you're staying at, there's Pohaku up on the roof where he usually is.
How many people are up there with me? I lost count.
I just don't look. I'm just like, no, better not knowing. Better off not knowing.
Kira takes a fucking look.
Pohaku's the only person up there. Like, most people aren't, sleeping up on roofs. That's a Pohaku thing.
Fair enough.
But
and I used my wax earplugs in the night. I just want to make clear because I didn't want to hear any Wilhelm screams.
That is quite fair and reasonable.
Right. I've added 72 tartlets to the inventory on my sheet myself. I'll keep track of those.
Excellent. But a new day is approached for all of you. Plan is to head west to Tinkerborough. It'll take a couple days to get there. There are two ways to go. You can take the main road down to where the train or rail car runs. Take that west and then take the road back east to Tinkerborough. Or you can take the road east and there's sort of a dirt path that goes off of that, but you just be kind of traipsing through the wilds, as it were, a bit. If you cut through the wilds, you can make it there in about 3 days. If you take the long way, it's going to take you about 5 days to get there.
So this is something now as part of when we were in the magic shop. This is something I'd forgotten about until I was looking back through our chat.
Oh.
One of the things that Pohaku had managed to learn was the Phantom Steed ability. So he will just offer this to folks if we want to. He's just going to have to essentially be continually ritual casting as we do this, but I can get us horses. Could probably get at least 4 horses that have a speed of 100 feet and can travel 10 miles in an hour, 13 miles at a fast pace. So if we were to double up on some of them, I'd probably need somebody doubled up on with me so that I could continue to cast as we're moving. But I might be able to speed that up a bit.
You feel like if you did that, especially because some of y'all are on the slight side, Kira, Mannix, and of course Garnet being a gnome, fairly small, y'all could double up on these things. And if you cut across the land, you can do this journey in a day and a half, maybe 2 days at the most.
I'd like to do that.
That sounds like a great idea.
Can't believe we're not doing it right now.
No, but we had 5 days to get to Tinkerborough.
Yeah.
So if we did the long way, we wouldn't make it in time.
Yeah, doing it the long way, it'd be tight. It would kind of just depend on whether or not you missed the rail car, kind of you push yourself on the path. You kind of feel like you could make it in 4 days going that way, but that's definitely pushing the pace. Going by Phantom Steed, day and a half, 2 days at most.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that if you guys are up for it.
Yeah, better to be there early than late, so.
Yeah. So, setting off for the first day of travel, unless there's anything anyone else needs or wants in the Haven of Berries. Speak now or forever hold your peach.
We also would have accepted peas.
No.
No, because I made some vegetable references earlier, and people were like, can't have that.
I will
did
strangle
draw
the
line of
peas,
vegetables.
whatever.
Yeah, when you get fruit juice and it seems like it's going to be amazing and they mixed in vegetables and it's bullshit, that's what you're trying to do right now.
Right, we're taking a strong anti-V8 stance.
Yes, I am. I'm proud to be
relish
the
all
face of
never
that.
sponsor us.
There are some of those fruit vegetable juice mixes that are okay. They got to use like really like strong potent fruits, stuff like blueberries or whatnot to really cover up that taste to be okay. But to me, it's more akin to what is not okay is you think you ordered macaroni and cheese and somebody put friggin' vegetables in it, and that is just never okay.
Is this specifically contravened by the Geneva Convention?
I believe so. That is a public service announcement I'm making right now, that if you hide vegetables in your macaroni and cheese, you're a bad person. And I believe that sincerely. Just don't. Please. Think of the children.
As we leave the children in our dust. As we leave the children in our dust. Who's riding with who?
Well, I'm going to assume that Siobhan and Reba, as we are both units, probably have to have our own horses.
Sure do.
Yeah, so
you don't want to be the poor horse that has to hold up you two.
So flavor-wise, you're not getting horses. The spell is Phantom Steed. It ain't a horse. It ain't a horse. No, so as Poaku is completing the ritual on this, which involves some chanting and some time, no, what actually appears in front of you looks like a very lithe and lean and fast owlbear in shades of primarily browns and kind of tawny. But it is an owlbear that appears with a saddle and everything.
Adorable.
Would you like to name yours, Siobhan?
Does it have a name? I don't want to impose something.
I ask the summoned owlbear steed if it has a name.
Just kind of looks at you, thinks to itself, and just looks back at you expectantly.
This is expectantly.
All right. Very nice to meet you expectantly. Thank you for letting me ride on you.
Walked into a fucking Abbott Costello sketch.
Third base.
Thank you, yeah. I pick the ball and I throw it naturally. Naturally, he gets the ball.
We present to you this Laurel and Hardy handshake.
All right, so you got expectantly.
And 3 more.
Expectantly and the others.
Well, so the one that Mannix and I am sharing is 3 more.
Mm-hmm. The one I think that Garnet and I will probably share one. She's driving, but this is Garnet Jr.
Adorable.
And I guess we need one more. This would be for Reba.
I'm not good at naming things.
Should we just call it Fuck Hella?
No, I'm coming around there. That doesn't feel great. And I don't want to get smoked. So,
Hell of a ride?
Hell of a ride. That's the one.
So expectantly 3 more, Garnet Jr. and Hell of a Ride.
Yeah.
I love this.
These are all plausible names for the Derby.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh man, this makes me happy. This I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, they last for an hour. It takes me 11 minutes to ritual cast, so I'll have a little bit of time to catch my breath in between, but otherwise I'll be letting you know when you need to get off so that I can get your new horse, your new owlbear back up.
So it's expectantly Garnet Jr., the other 3, and Hell of a Ride.
3 more, not the other.
3 more,
Yeah,
okay.
3 more.
Thank you. 3 more. So I'll make sure I have the names of them.
Yeah, thank you for writing that down. I should do that, but I'm not.
That's all right. I'm glad to have them.
This is Kodo and Podo. Which one is which? Yes.
I need someone to roll me a d20 for the first day of travel.
You fucking
Oh, I
do
think
it,
you're rolling like
Mannix.
fire. I think he should do it.
I'm keeping my hands where everybody can see them.
Yeah, Nathan, you've burned some good favor with folks with some of the shit you've rolled. It's been great.
Well, I have to fight another goddamn dragon.
Oh man, I love it when the dragons come up.
Yeah, I vote that Phoenix rolls this because how many nat 20s have you gotten this session?
Yeah, for bullshit.
Which means
so now
I've used them all.
Yeah, exactly.
But sure, here we go. Rolling it right now. Go.
Yes.
Roll and 7.
There it is.
7.
Well,
Cool.
oh, fuck me.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's fine. It could. I mean, Tiamat has 5 heads, so it's not Tiamat. We're fine.
That's fair.
It's Tiamat with 7 heads.
Ah, there it is.
Not fair. Waits for other shoe to drop.
So,
Gets pummeled by other shoe.
As you all are riding along, since you rolled the d20, Pahaku, actually, what's the marching order? Like, are you guys like 4 horsemening of the apocalypse? Just abreast? Are you on 2 and 2? Are you
I
sand
guess it
people
depends
single
on-
file to hide your numbers? It's
Depends on the route. Like, with.
So the path itself is fairly wide. You could go 4 abreast and go down the path itself, and then if you saw folks coming the other way, I would assume you would make some room. But yeah, however you want to travel.
I would want Garnet and I to be towards the back simply so that I could keep everybody's horses or owlbears in view.
Cool.
As I'm casting.
So who's up front?
I'll go first.
Cool.
Secondly.
Perception check.
Oh. I clearly see where this was a bad idea. Alright. Oh wait, no, I'm not terrible at those. That's my second nat 1 of the night for 6. Yep.
I don't care what the result is. That was a nat 1.
I told you.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
No, it's not. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in jail and I can think about when it's done.
Why is it always Will with the nat 1s?
Okay, so let's see here. As you are heading down the path, it ends up being quite good that you guys are not 4 abreast across this path. And sort of coming up over where there's a slight crest of a hill, you're not quite sure how you didn't hear them coming, Siobhan, but if you guys had been riding 4 abreast, you would have absolutely collided with this group of just 5, I would say, like, well-outfitted individuals. They kind of look like they're probably an adventuring group of some sort riding the other direction. They're going at a pretty good clip. They don't look like it. They're like halfway past you by the time you see them. You don't get the sense that they're in any sort of like panicked ride or anything. You know from your own travel where you've been, okay, if we ride hard, we can get to the settlement before it starts to get dark. You kind of get the sense they're probably heading to Berry Haven, and they just want to get somewhere where they get some food and relax. But had you guys been going 4 abreast, you would have unquestionably just right the F into them. But these 5 riders go right on by. So that is
Right on.
the who would like to make the second and final roll for today?
No!
I'll do
Quick,
it.
someone do it. Okay. Let's be responsible.
That
Oh, I tend
is...
my allergies.
It's hard to read. 14.
14. So with that, is Siobhan, are you still the one in front?
Sure.
Sweet. Give me another perception check.
Do better. It's a 2, so it's better. For all of 7.
Wow. These are rolls. These are rolls. And it makes me happy when these things happen. What does that correlate to? Doing the very interesting thing for everybody watching us, which is called going through my guides here, where all of a sudden everything I had for my encounter table, I can't find.
No, this narration's great for the podcast version that we definitely put out.
I know. All right, you know what? I'm not going to bother using that one, and I will go to this right here. Cool. So, what you end up see. that's for another time, but that'll definitely happen at some point, and I won't feel bad.
Won't make me write down more Charlie horses.
You don't see them before they see you. However, they don't seem like they care about you that much, as they're these extremely large, like armored, like insectoid creatures. They kind of have these large front pincers. If you're familiar with what an ankeg is, there are a couple of them, and it looks like they are feeding on some sort of large downed creature. It's very clearly not alive. If you wanted to stop and examine what it was, you might be able to figure it out, but they're probably a good 60 to 70 feet off the path. You just kind of spot them there. It's surprising to see them just chilling up on the grass like this. You'd guess they probably sensed something, burrowed up, grabbed onto it, and then decided it was lunchtime.
Can someone send a familiar to fly over just to make sure it's not a humanoid that we should take back to their people?
Bonnie?
And so as you send Bonnie over and you get a good view on it, it takes a moment of looking at it to kind of figure out what it is, because parts of the animal are gone from having been eaten. But you're able to kind of see sort of the hoof structure on it and some of the fur on it. You think this is probably some sort of large plains cow, maybe a bison or something along those lines. So that is currently what their lunch is.
Would Kira, from reading stuff, know anything about these?
Make a nature check.
From time in the academy? Nature. I'm proficient in nature? That's a 16.
16.
I guess I did study when I was in school.
So, you know a little bit about them. You know that they have an acidic bite to them. It's known that if they're bite into you, they actually secrete this acid from their jaws. They largely burrow underground, but it's not uncommon for them to hunt. It's not uncommon for them to hunt livestock near farming civilizations or slow-moving land creatures to get sort of with the protein they may need. So, large pastures or grasslands are not uncommon hunting grounds for ankegs. The only thing kind of weird about this is they did drag the creature back underground for eating it. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, you're going, yeah, them being here, that checks out.
All right, so I'm thinking maybe if we can just get a real good move on, we might be able to just blow past these things and not have to fight them. Because these things, it'd be pretty unlikely for us to, unless we had some real good sneaking, we probably wouldn't be able to get just like around them. So our best bet might be just to run.
They're a good ways off the path, and so you feel like if you were to just keep cooking along, you don't think they're going to be too much of an issue. And you would know enough, too, the speed at which your mounts are moving, if they were to try and get to you, you're moving faster than they can.
All right. Roll unexpectedly. Show us the meaning of haste.
And your first day of travel will be uneventful. As you make a camp, I need 2 people to roll d20s for me for what happens through the evening. For we'll call it first watch, second watch. Nathan, roll first.
God.
Well, I was rolling garbage, so
2.
Spanley stops and scratches the components of haste into the ground.
he pulls down a whiteboard and starts explaining, teaching him.
2. Okay, interesting. Nathan, can you also roll me a d8?
8.
8. Cool. Who's on first watch?
Nope, I'm not playing into that.
Love it.
Kira will be on first watch.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to say it's Mannix, Kira, and Pohaku, our first watch.
Should I do this on first watch? I'm like, that's correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not playing into that. Nope.
The 3 of you on watch. This is delightful. This is just making me all kinds of happy. Where was it? As you're watching through the evening, you see sort of this glimmer starts to go across the sky, very, very borealis like. And as you're watching it, it almost seems to be widening. And you realize it's not widening, it's actually somewhat, it seems like it's descending down closer to you.
That look weird to anybody else?
Does it look weird to us? Like, can I roll like nature or something to see is this?
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Natural 20, 26.
Good lord!
You're rolling for everything for the rest of the day.
Looking at it, very quickly look at it, you're very familiar with natural phenomena, nature. The land itself speaks to you. You gain your magic through natural means. As you look, you just go, this is an illusory spell. Someone is casting this for whatever reason, but this is a spell that's being cast. This is some sort of illusion.
I immediately notify Mannix and Kira. Somebody's trying to make us see things that aren't here.
If you were to put it into feet, about how far away is it?
Right now, it looks like with how much it's descended, and it's hard to tell because it is just kind of this shimmering ribbon of light. It looks like it's descended to the point that it's maybe 40, 50 feet away from you.
I'm going to then, as soon as you say it's magical, I'll just cast Dispel Magic at it.
Okay. roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier,
Okay.
as this is higher than a third level spell.
Okay. That's worse. But that is, baby, a 23.
Love it. So as you send out your dispel magic, the rest of you watch as just this ribbon dissipates.
Sorry, I don't exactly know if that was good or bad or not, but I don't like it.
So, Bjorn, as someone who is capable of casting Major Image, does this seem about the size of Major Image or something even larger than that?
It seems like Major Image would be about the size.
Okay. What do I have that can tell me stuff? I'll relay that information as well. With nature is going to take 1 minute. I could commune with nature. Not quite sure what I would be looking for, though. Yeah, no, that's not going to help. I guess I will just, if I can, I would like to look through Pueo's eyes and try to just look around, see if I spot anybody who might be casting.
Give me a investigation check.
Investigation check.
Or perception check. You can be investigation or perception, whichever you want.
So if I'm doing investigation, would that be my role or Pueo's?
Pueo's.
Okay, then we will definitely go with perception for him.
Okay.
Let's see. So he rolls at advantage. Not a nat 20, but it is a 19 for a 22.
So, looking about, you do see something. You see a couple humanoid shapes, one of which you can tell they were the one that was casting the spell. As you kind of watch their hand lower, and they kind of snap their fingers defeatedly, a slight smile and laugh on their face. To the ears, you can tell like a half elvish. Next to them, you also see this three other individuals, a couple of which are laughing very hard. The one that's not laughing so much is this gray-skinned dwarf. You can tell by the way she's dressed, wearing a lot of like thieves' leathers on her. You see this very large human man just on the ground, holding his stomach, belly laughing so hard, occasionally pointing in all of your directions. And then the other person you see who's laughing is you see what looks to be this man, this wood elf with one hand, kind of gesturing in their direction. He's laughing as well. And you would recognize this wood elf with one hand as Garnet's friend Haymir and his crew.
I just feeling a little bit on edge, and that tension just absolutely dying away as soon as I spot him over there. I just kind of shake my head. I will quietly let Menix and Kira know that it's him up there, and then I'll walk over to gently rouse Garnet awake as well.
And before you're able to even finish telling Garnet what you've seen, you hear the loud, billowing voice of Zedri the Exalted. Friends! Dragons! And you can just hear his heavy boots thud, 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 as he's just running towards all of you, arms spread wide, ready to scoop as many of you up into a massive hug as he can. The other three sauntering over.
I think this wakes Siobhan up. She immediately, grabs her glaive because she just heard somebody yell and then stomping, so it doesn't feel like it's probably good news. So in her gym jams, whatever those happen to be, runs out in gym jams and eyes glowing, about to go into a rage. Recognizes Zedri and stands down.
As the rest of them are approaching, Zedri is saying, "Oh, guys, we're so happy we caught up with you all. So, Hamir totally found out that apparently Garnet's got this super secret job. We weren't supposed to talk about it with anybody. We weren't even supposed to actually know about it, but he found out, and he told me, and, well, we weren't totally planning on traveling this way." And he reaches into his vest pocket. He pulls out this rock. But Garnet, Gary wanted to wish you luck.
Well, thanks, Gary. That's really nice of you.
Gary is the most thoughtful of us.
So, Hamir, how'd you find out about the super secret job?
Let's just say that when you're someone who likes to ask a lot of questions, sometimes few drinks and a little coin, they make people's lips say all sorts of funny things. Wasn't exactly you all I initially found out about. We've been, you see that Zedri kind of bristled a bit at the idea that it was just Hamir. We have kind of been keeping an eye on the Low Elves for a bit. Rumor has it, you all told them to get the fuck out of town, and so we've just been keeping an eye open. They're hard people to keep track of, I'm not gonna lie to you. We lost them for a bit, a little ways further up north, but we were able to find them. And through asking around, found out that apparently they are working a job that I couldn't get a whole lot of information about, but apparently they're up against another group of adventurers. And just from the brief description I got, they mentioned that, couldn't say a lot about this other group, but one of them just had this really amazing belt. And I thought, Garnet's got a friend who's got quite the amazing belt. So I've heard her. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a few feelers to the ground asking around about you all after you left Shimmerstone. I wanted to make sure you were all okay. Had a good time getting to know some of you at the festivities at the crossing. So, yeah, we traveled down this way, had quite the exciting jaunt through the Whispering Wood. I don't know if Zedri is technically married now. I'm not quite sure what all the laws of dryads are and aren't exactly, but believe it or not, his amazing befriending of a dryad helped get us safe passage through almost the entire wood, which was quite the relief. But we're here to throw our name into the proverbial hat as impartial arbiters through all of this. I know your family, Garnet, but this is the kind of thing that could really make us. This could be good. So we're not going to help you. We're not going to hinder you. But we're going to make sure that you and the low elves all play by the rules. Because I'm not going to lie, I don't fucking trust them. So,
Yeah, they're not trustworthy.
we're just here to make sure everything's done by the book. And if I didn't get the names of who hired everyone to do this, but sometimes what people don't say almost says as much as what they do say. And if the people you're working for are the ones I think they are, from what people didn't say, I wouldn't miss seeing you do this for the world. Gotta be there on a big day for family. It'll be amazing. Don't worry, I promise I won't tell anyone else until afterwards. I don't want to ruin any surprises.
I don't know what we're going to tell anyone here yet, but I don't really know, you know.
It's going to be interesting. But I also, I thought I'd give you a little something for luck. He hands you a spell scroll. He's like, I don't think you are going to have a whole lot of use for that, but I know some of your allies can, and it is a spell scroll that can cast silence.
This is exciting.
I'm not allowed to help you once the challenge begins, but it hasn't started yet. So that's just a gift from family.
Who with the scroll wants the scroll?
So yeah, you guys can decide who wants
Any
that.
of the wizards.
Exactly.
Any of the 3 wizards.
Just a bunch of wizards.
Silence is a second level spell.
I believe so.
If I copying it into my spellbook would consume the scroll, correct? Yeah.
Well, let me double check. I don't know if it does. I know it does in Baldur's Gate.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I think it does.
I would love if you had a tattoo suddenly that was just like, because this is very important, and I'm sure you're all concerned. Siobhan, realizing what was going on, realized that she was in her Jim Jams, ducked back inside, started to throw something on, freaked out to Reba for a minute, and I'm going to guess, not telling you your business, but I'm guessing Reba more or less would force her back outdoors.
We did some deep breathing exercises and then just like a hearty push out, yeah.
It's not got my Jim Jams in a cloak. It's much more dignified.
George checks out.
What the hell would you... I was like, this is very important, obviously. Do adventurers even have pajamas, or do they just kind of take off their, armor and go to sleep?
That's up to y'all. I can decide what you sleep in. Do you have bedclothes or not? I can say for my own personal self, like my barbarian Takar, like when he went to bed, he was just Starkers, man.
Yep.
So when he woke up, you just had a butt naked, angry half orc.
Yep.
Kira's just got 3 or 4 of the same cloak, the same clothes. He just kind of swaps out.
Yeah, my Dragonborn Paladin, he had silk pajamas.
Silk.
Siobhan's probably at this point sleeping in a base layer, so whatever, ye old, leggings and a tank top.
Yeah.
Ye old Long Johns.
The old long johns. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Now here's the real question: is though, do they have the butt flap, or do you have to take them all the way down?
You have to pull them down. They're not full on long johns.
I think Mannix has the butt flap.
Mannix has straight up Ebenezer Scrooge look going for him. He is all
Yes.
about the comfort.
Yes.
He is all about the
Yes.
comfort. He does not give a shit what he looks like.
Yes.
He's got the nightcap.
Yes.
He's like bundled up, and he's just.
I mean, you know what? We have a portable hole. Like, it's not like we're worried about the weight of it. Because that's usually why people don't bring pajamas, is because, like, when you're backpacking, that's a pain in the butt to carry the extra ounces.
Yeah, so if you guys, whatever kind of bedclothes you would want, like that's what your characters would have. Especially because you have the portable hole. I'm not going to limit it.
Even with the portable hole, Reba's bra and underwear. Or in I guess, D&D world, breastbands and underwear.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that says either way, but I'm saying that the scroll is consumed by copying
that's fine.
Because
I mean, I think you could argue that's a better use of it, so you get multiple as opposed to one time.
Well, yeah, but then someone else besides him could use it.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway, Siobhan has no opinion. She's just in the background trying not to fidget too much.
Yeah, if one of you, I was going to say Mannix since you're limited with the number of spells, but you've also got that staff that has a bunch of extra spells on it too. So I don't know. You guys want to?
And I just recovered a lot of those charges on that last long rest. So
nice.
I don't know. You guys want to roll dice for it?
I'd play some rollies.
Yeah.
Rollies?
It has been quite some time since I've engaged in some. Well, not that kind of debauchery. But anyways, yes, let's play some dice.
You engaged in debauchery last night.
I didn't know you bought a ring.
Aw.
I do not get it.
Nine?
Right now.
Aw.
All right. So, as that. Hey, Meryl, Lucille. If you guys don't mind, I was hoping we could just crash here and make our camp your camp for the night. We'll just head the rest of the way there tomorrow. Though looks like you guys got some mounts going on. We may have to figure out that we can.
They'd be gone right now, wouldn't they?
They would, yeah. They only last for an hour, so
they would have seen your guys' mounts since they had been following you for a bit. We can figure out travel in the morning. Would be we'd enjoy heading town the rest of the way with you. It's Gary's good company and all, but I've gotten a little tired talking to him. I'm not gonna lie.
Remind me, Gary is with Zedri?
Zedri, yeah, it's Zedri's rock.
At some point throughout the night, I will hang out with Zedri, and I will druid craft to make the moss and lichen grow and give Gary some. Gary is being turned into a chia pet, essentially, and Gary gets some hair.
That's pretty great.
So, as you're doing this, you get very specific requests from Zedri of how exactly he would want all of this to look. And so, he wants a big ol' afro for Gary. Like it almost kind of looking like one of the Toad from Mario Brothers, like that level size of Toad's hat, kind of, and then almost like googly eyed size eyes, and then a couple like big old feet on there.
I mean, I don't know what I can do about. I mean, I guess I could sprout some lichen on there. Sure, we'll make this work. But yeah,
Great.
I mean, I am 100%, and I am fully invested in making sure that this is exactly how Zedri wants it.
Oh, yeah. And you can see, like, on the inside of his vest, there's this like, little pouch where Gary sits. So when he wants to show Gary something, he can just kind of open up the vest and just let Gary look around. But, he does that to protect him from the elements.
Protect the rock from the elements.
Yeah. Doesn't want Gary to get cold.
He's wearing like a vest and no shirt. Is this, if I'm remembering correctly?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I am. If he says he doesn't want Gary to get cold, I am 100% like druid crafting some moss like parka to drape over this rock.
I think you should introduce him, Kohaku, to your little rock friend.
I don't have that spell prepared right now. I will tell him all about Basil, though.
And both Zedri and Gary will just listen very attentively as this story goes on. And as it goes on into the evening, before you guys get some rest, you do end up noticing of these folks, a couple of them have some fairly interesting items on there. You can see that the mage Nornara, at times she's kind of looks at this very elegant wand she has, and I just saw your message, Jamie. Absolutely. You can see that on Hamir's wrist, where he had originally attached that longbow. You can now see there is this dragon wing motif on the back of his gauntlet, and every now and then you just kind of see this arcane energy that runs along it. Zedri's got this massive greatsword on his back that just has this frosty air billowing around it, and the Durgar that travels with them, Jirana, you can see that she's got this this dark blackish purplish leather bracer that has these motifs of daggers along it that almost look like you could grab them.
Oh, sweet.
Siobhan, what did you have?
Oh, well, honestly, I have all those names written down, so I just kind of wanted to flex and let you know that I knew what the names were, damn it. But you just ruined that for me. But,
I know you're a good note taker. I believe you.
I would, eventually get my shit together enough to, go say hello to everyone and, ask, including Gary, remembering my manners and that Zedri is fucking insane.
You get the sense that Zedri's more insane than he is stupid. He's not smart, but he's more insane than he is stupid.
I just remember what happened when someone didn't address Gary over by
he just about made Castian eat it.
Yeah.
Which, in retrospect...
Yeah. Oh. Hey there, how's your injury?
New and improved right now. Not gonna lie, there are days that not gonna be playing the piano anytime soon. And I never could juggle, but I really can't now.
You can juggle with one hand.
Hey, you can juggle with one hand, maybe.
No. No.
But we were able to do a little bartering from some money we earned and some spoils we obtained, and This is pretty fantastic. Being able to just produce a bow at will and fire off some pretty impressive arrows. They do a little more oomph than what mine originally did.
Is it a command word or?
Oh, no. This is infused with the essence of a dragon. I was told. And I have no reason to doubt it. And you can see it's got these blue scales on the sides of it. He goes, so... and he extends his arm, and you watch the bow fully extends, and he just aims at a tree and fires an arrow off at it, and you see as the arrow streaks through the air and plunges into the tree, that just sees the arcs of lightning come off of it.
So it's like a crossbow now as opposed to a longbow?
Oh, it's a longbow. You see it's like fully attached,
see.
but it's his longbow attached to his hand. He just fires off this electrified arrow from it.
Huh.
It's very cool.
Not gonna lie, I like it.
It's unfortunate to have lost the hand, but it suits you very well.
I mean, if I really want the hand back, we can work on scrounging up our coin, and I'm sure I could find a healer that could do the whole regenerative thing, but loss is part of life, right?
Not gonna comment on that. Do you want some tarts?
Oh, yeah, that would, I mean, if you're willing to share, that would be great, because we would have gone to Berryhaven, but kind of figured out where you guys were, and so we didn't exactly stop off. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I bought a bunch, so... And I'll bring up like 2 dozen.
Yeah, Siobhan has eaten her dozen, definitely, so she's a little sheepish. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yes. No, that is, I mean, oh man. Do we have anything to drink this with? He's kind of rummaging through his pack.
Oh, I have some berry wine.
I mean, if you're up for sharing.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's...
Did you want me to try to do the thing?
Yes, can you do the thing? We discussed the thing.
I can try.
All right. You might want to stand clear.
And he looks over at you, Siobhan, as the berry wine gets produced. Like, I knew I liked you for a reason.
Hush.
I
have in my notes that he's hot. I did not forget.
Yes.
Ray, just a ray of warning shot frost.
And yeah, you were able to chill this bottle of berry wine, this ice wine, no problem. And so with these tarts out to consume, this chilled wine, as night sets in, you guys have a brief moment to catch up with these allies, just enjoying the night sky before you finish your journey westward to Tinkerborough, as you can just see the faint lights of that town in the distance. We will pick up there the next time we play, as it is almost time for Garnet's job.
There we go.
I am excited for that. For those of you who are still with us through this longer delay than we expected, thank you. We will have some more for you very soon when we find out what exactly these Chuckle Fucks are going to do with their tarts and their wine and this job and allies, and we'll see what chaos awaits.